My name is Harit Srikhao. I'm from Thailand and I am a winner of Young Portfolio section. I get started in photography quite young. I think it's in when I was when I 13 years old. Yeah, I just picked my mom camera and to document the picture of my friends and family and to travel. The photographer who influenced me at the beginning of my my practice in photography is almost very master of photographer like David Alan Harvey, Steve Mercury. But after that, I have a chance to participate in the Angkor photo workshop with Ông Thuần Dagata, which he has very changed my perspective of photography, and I begin to shift my photography into term of more artistic and more personal. All of my projects inspired by my own experience, my own memories. For example, like Whitewatch is my memory of the military crackdown when I was in high school. And back then I didn't know anything, so it took me quite a long time to analyze what's happening, and I get back and to recreate a scenes of my memory. So a lot of my work is created by this process. The latest one, Empty Mirror, is quite the continue of Whitewash. So basically it's based on my personal feeling, but also reflect the political landscape of my country. For me, it's not that difficult to do a project from your own memory, but it has to take a very long time to construct the pieces of the memories. It's like a very collage. So when I am making a project, I took a very long time to make it. It's like 2 years that I started to collage it piece by piece, and then it became to become very clear in the end. But at the beginning, it's very abstract. Everything is very abstract. Yeah, when I am at the beginning of the work, is very hard because everything is all about feeling and abstract. So what I did the most is I read a lot of texts, a lot of news in newspaper that related to the political issue in my own country. So I started to know which direction I gonna go and gonna continue. However, in the end, I almost demolished this part of, because for me, fact is not important. What is important is the surreal world that has been created. me, um, I got a lot of influence by surrealist work because for me it's very powerful art piece. It's very powerful weapon. For me, imaginary is very strong, and it beyond the limit. So it, yeah. So for me, it's very important for my work. At first, I read a lot, but I would say I am not a good reader because I just pick the pieces of the essay that I like and I make a collage of it. So in the end, it's not a 100% fact. Maybe it's all wrong, but it's kind of I pick and I recreate my own fiction. So after I read the fact, I also write my story. I also create my own fiction, and I also write a lot, and I read, and I take a photograph, and it's like I let my photograph to be like an illustration of my fiction, and I do this for a long time to make my own fiction. I think, yeah, if I have to give advice for a younger photographer, I think it's very important to find your own world. I mean, photography is not about document what you see or what another people see, but it's about to go to the place that nobody else can go, but you can go, and you can take a photograph of it, and you can say to the world that this place exists, even though it's very weird world. So I think I think it's very important to stay in your own world. At the same time, your own world have to reflect to what's happening in the real in your real life. So actually, I don't want to identify myself as a Thai artist, even though my work is very demonstrate what's happening in Thailand, but I think it is because I was there. But yeah, I think the important is I was there and this is how I felt. So in the future, if I go to another place, I can tell a story in another places, because I don't want to fix myself in the identity of nation and that stuff. When I first heard that I was awarded, I am very very happy, because I think it's my first award. I mean, first winner for me, and yeah, it's very important for me, because I think some of the jurors is the people in Angkor Photo Workshop, right? And it has been 10 years. So I think it's very good moment to be like to meet up again, and yeah, and I have to thank Angkor Photo Workshop. I think it's very great opportunity to participate that time. Also and of course I would like to thank my family and my friends and a senior photographer in Thailand, Manisi Vanishapum, and yes.